again, internet or whatever you're doing on social media just doesn't want to work. So sorry about that first little glitch. But welcome to August, our birthday month. How exciting is celebrating 2 birthdays? And I'm celebrating my birthday and my 19th year in Stampin' Up. So big celebrations for August. Don't forget to go over to my Facebook page, join in on all the fun, the gift giving, the giveaways, so much happening over there. But today I wanted to share that our kids are fantastic birthday presents. Everything's in the little brown box, and to me that is a win-win because you don't have to actually put things together. You can just put a beautiful bow around the box and give it to one of your loved ones, friends, family, or even a new craft. Someone's never craft before. So think outside the square and think, who hasn't done craft before but you think might love it? That's a good point to start too, because these are amazing. Okay, so let's come down. Excuse my hand for a minute. Whoop. Okay, this is the kit. So when you get the kit, you get everything in the box. You get the instruction sheet. I'm just going to move my video around a little bit. Okay, so you can see that you get everything in here. You get your little ink pad, which is pecan pie this time. You get a little stamp set, and this is the heirloom arrangement kit. It's absolutely beautiful. So let's just close that box up for a minute and open this up and see what's in here. Okay, when it comes with a ink pad and a stamp, it's got a little bit of stamping on it, but not overly that a beginner or a new person couldn't enjoy doing. Okay, let's open this package up. So we've got some dimensions, we've got a block, and we've got some tear tape. Now, also through my birthday month, I'm talking about all our different tapes, and this is a tear tape, which I just love our tear tapes because they're so easy to use. And when you want to use it, you can just tear it. You don't need scissors. So that's a bonus because no one sees the glue underneath. Okay, I know some people like to cut it, and look, that's fine. If that's you, you go for it. Okay, let's grab this out. Now, if you haven't got a workplace to work, like something good to stamp on, you can always use this piece of cardboard that comes in the pack, and you can actually stamp on that. I like to keep these for doing some mini albums because they are fantastic for mini albums, scrapbooking albums if you're into scrapbooking. You also get a little leaflet here that you can actually put in your clear cases, and you can add with your Stampin' ink spot and block. So we do sell the a set of 4, which come like this, but not decorated like this, but they're our cases like this. And I use this one is just for my chamois. I forgot about that yesterday, wasn't I? And I had to go and wet it. Okay, just clean that stamp off with our chamois. And then I just keep that in there. I'll just close that over for a minute and fix that up in a minute. So the chamois are fantastic, but the clear boxes come in a set of 4. So if you're buying some kits, you can get quite a few little kits, stamps and blocks and that in your containers. Okay, so in here you get your envelopes. The envelopes are absolutely beautiful. I love that they've got stamped on the inside. You've got 2 different designs. So you've got the, I call this a grungy look, and then you've got the gorgeous look. So you get two beautiful looks on this. Absolutely gorgeous. So we'll put them aside, and you get the same for your cards. You get that grungy shabby chic look, which that's what I call it, a grungy shabby chic, because it just is not all stamped straight across. Okay, it just highlights different areas in there. Now in here you also receive the blue shabby chic cards as well, which is gorgeous. Now if you've been crafting a little while, you might want to trim this off and do two cards so that you get to use that instead of the front and the back. But that's a little tip, that if you've been crafting for a little while, you can actually make that into two cards. We've got our block. Now also in here you get the beautiful, where you can do your labels and your stamping, and it will tell you what to stamp, and that in the directions. We also get a sheet, this is beautiful, of this really shabby chic type look, and I love that. And look at this vellum. How gorgeous is this vellum? Absolutely beautiful. And look, some more. How gorgeous are these? These you're going to use on your cards, and they're going to tell you where to put them. But just remember, if you've been crafting a while, you can change your own. How gorgeous are these sheets in here? And I just love this. Look at this. Absolutely beautiful. They are really, really beautiful. Okay. You can see all these. Now, normally when I'm doing a kit, I like to sort it out. So I like to go to my instruction sheet. And you can sort of see you got card 1, card 2, or no, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5. So that's making your card up. What else do I love about the instruction sheet? Let me just go through the instruction sheet. You have a image of all the cards made. I also like that it's got a centimetre and inch ruler along the side here. Can you see you've got a ruler up there? So even if you haven't got a ruler, that is fantastic. And then it shows you also what you need for card 1 and card 2. So really not too hard to do, and lovely. So let's just get some pieces out for our card number 1. So we're going to need our block and our ink, and we're going to need, from our stamp, we're going to, so we're going to pull out the little for you. Now I like to just rub it on my hand because it's just take off any of the little pieces that might be left on it from the factory. And you can put this wherever you want. I find putting it a little bit so you've got a little bit. Some people put it right on the edge and then they don't get to stamp the whole image because it you don't press properly. So just wherever you want to pop that on your block. I'm trying to think what it was. You can tell Teresa's had nearly 8 months off dealing with heart problems and cancer because the brain keeps, they say you get brain fog, and I believe you do. So the thing that I love about this too is that on this side it's a vertical and this side is a horizontal. So that still looks good like that, but if you wanted to make this a horizontal card, you could. So you've got two choices there. And like I said, if you want to cut this off, then it will give you 2 card fronts. Okay, but we'll just do this one as is today. We're going to do it vertical. I'm just going to get my bone folder. If you don't have a bone folder and you're new and you've got a pair of scissors, you can always use the scissors to come down on that fold line. Why do I do that? It makes your card sit flat. Okay, so it really does help the card sit flat to work on. Okay, now we're going to find the pieces. So let's go through and see what we have. So we have anything from here. I don't think so. Anything from here. We have this butterfly. So let's grab that one out. So we have the butterfly. So we'll pop that there. We don't have anything from this one. Oh yes, we do. We have this banner. So we'll pop that there. Okay, and then we have these beautiful flowers from this one here. So we'll pop that there. I'm going to move the camera around in a minute so that you can sort of see all this. I'll put it down. And then we have our vellum, and this is where you're going to get this beautiful piece out of here. So just remember to be very gentle when you're pulling out your vellum. It does rip very quickly if you pull too hard, so just be gentle with this one. Okay, our vellum, so we'll put that down there. And then we also have this hexagon piece down here. Okay, so that's a good thing to do. The first thing to do is get the pieces. So we've got our hexagon piece, we've got our 2 lots of flowers, we have our butterfly, and we have our banner. Now the other piece that we're using in the stamp is this grungy lime one, and pull that out, and you can pop that on the other side of your block. Okay, so you've got the For You on one side and the grungy one on another. I'm not doing really good at lining that up, but you've got the grungy and then the For You on this side. Okay, I'm going to just put it that way. So let's start. So the first thing it says is to grab your pieces out. So we've done that. And then I'm just going to turn it over because I want to do it exactly how you will do it. Where is it? Okay. Up the top here. Okay, so now it tells us what steps to do and what to put on it. Something that I don't follow very often, but I'm going to follow it. So it tells you also the order to sort of pop this in. Okay, so it's sort of saying pop this in like this. Okay, so let's come down. So the first thing we're going to do is it tells us to put 2 strips of tear tape on our hexagon piece. So we're just going to rip that. Like I said, it's really easy to use our tape. I love it. And you don't need a lot of it. A lot of people think they've got to put it around every side. You really don't. It really does stick. So down here. Now a little trick, if you have got a bone folder, is to give it a really good rub because it really helps peel off the back bit. It just really does help, and it pushes the glue right into that hexagon part. Okay, make sure you carve it the way you need it because there's nothing worse than that. And we're going to come down with our hexagon roughly about in the center here. And then on this piece here, we're just going to put a piece of tear tape down the center, on this banner. Okay, so a little bit longer piece this time. Tear it off and put that into the center. Once again, like I said, if you haven't got a bone folder, you can use a credit card, anything that's got a soft edge that won't mark too much, or your scissors. You can even use the side of the block if you haven't got glue on it. Okay, you can run that down the side of it as well. It just makes it easier for you to pull this back bit off. And it makes sure that the glue is really intact where it's got to be. So this is going to this sort of one side here. Okay, so it's coming a little bit below the hexagon, and it's sort of coming up to this point here. So we're going to come in from this point to this point, and we're going to press that down like that. Okay, so now we're going to use our vellum. Now our vellum is just going to have a piece put across, sort of across here. So I'm going to do a little rip, and I'm going to pop a little piece on here. Now the one thing you do, like you have to be mindful, is when you peel it off, that you be very gentle. And there's a little bit of glue hanging over the edge, but you won't see that when you put your other flower on it. So this is now going to go out to the side and up to the top on this side. So you're going to have this going down here, more on a little bit of an angle, like this. And that's where our glue is, okay, right there. So this is going to sort of come down over the top of this. So you can see these little pink flowers over this side as well. Okay, and our blue piece here, we're just going to put a piece of tear tape right up the center. Thank you for coming on. Don't forget, it's my birthday month. Don't forget to either leave a comment here on my Facebook page, on my YouTube page, or jump over to Teresa Brown Stamping over on my Facebook page and join in the fun. I have been giving already away gifts, and we're only in a few days of August. And that's the fun of having a birthday celebration. Okay, so this one now is going to sort of come more on a little bit of an angle this way, so we cover up this glue over here. Okay, so it's going to come down like that. Okay, then we've got this beautiful butterfly, and we've got some dimensions here. So we're going to put one on each wing, one there. Someone won some mini dimensions yesterday or the day before. It's all about glues, the giveaways, and then our mystery gift, which we'll wait to see who wins that. And this goes like probably towards the bottom here, where you want it. So you can put your butterfly where you want him down here. And then we've got, I forgot to get the little banner out for the For You. Okay, let's see where that is. It's over here. We want the little, here it is. So we have a sheet of these little banners as well, circles and straight ones. We just need the small one For You. And we've got the pecan pie here. Just be careful when you're opening these up, because they can be a little bit tricky. I told you they could be a little bit tricky because they're pretty glued down with the little label here. Sometimes they come out off really easy, and other times you might need to put a little bit of pressure on it. Okay, we're going to do the For You. So we're going to ink that up. Just make sure that you get it all the way around on your For You. The thing I love about the clear block and the photopolymer clear stamps is that you can sort of see it and still line it up straight. So as long as you've got your paper straight, and I usually line it up to a little line on my glass mat, and then just come down and you can put the For You right there in the center. Now when you're doing it, just press it on the For You, okay, because you've got a fairly big block and you want it to evenly spread that ink around. So just hold it for a few minutes and it will sink in. Now the For You, we're going to use a couple of dimensions and raise this up. So you've got straight edges on these dimensions, so you can sort of put a straight edge to the top and the bottom. I love that about these. These are one of the things that I really love about our dimensions is they squeeze in anywhere. Squeeze in anywhere. So, and then you've got the For You, and you can pop this in on here as well. Okay, so you've got the For You. Now, remember I said we have this other stamp that we're going to be using? That is actually going to be used on our envelope. So I'm going to grab, I'm just looking for the envelope. Oh, right down the bottom here. So this is going to be on the back of the envelope. Just to decorate it up. I remember Shelley always saying, don't send a naked envelope. It's so true. It's so nice when you actually add a little bit of stamping to the back of the envelope, because it just shows that it's coming from someone, usually from Stampin' Up, because, yeah, it looks amazing. So we're going to actually stamp this down into the bottom right-hand corner on the back of our envelope here. So that's going in there. It's a shabby chicy looking part. I love that about it. I'm just going to pop these stamps here on top because they've got to be washed. And I'm going to grab the little butterfly out. If you've got different colour inks and you've been inking, stamping for a while, you could add a different colour, but it doesn't matter if you haven't, because you can always just use your pecan pie. I love pecan pie. It's a great, great colour. It's such a natural, lovely colour. And this is going to go onto our envelope, and it's going to go sort of towards the top here. Just hold it for a few minutes because it's a new stamp. Give it time for the ink to soak into the paper. Beautiful, and that's on the back of our envelope. So we've done our first little card, so you can sort of see how gorgeous. Anyone would love that. It's a fantastic little gift. Okay, so that's our first little card. I wonder if we'll get time to do one more card. Okay, let's have a little looky. So that was card number 1. If you flip your pages over, you'll see the instructions for card 2, and it will show you what to do. 1 step, 2 step, yeah, your 3rd step, and then how to put it together, your 4th step, and then how to finish it off on your 5th step. So really, really simple for children. Really, really fantastic for older people that love to craft, and fantastic for anyone that's even got a small space in their home and they haven't got a lot of room to store stuff, or even when you're traveling. How awesome when you're traveling you can take some kits with you if you're a crafty minded person. Okay, so we're going to grab this oval out this time. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love that. I'll pop it down here. So that's our first one. And then we're going to be looking for, do we need one of these? Yes, we do. So I think we need the one a little bit bigger this time. So we'll put that there, and that there. And then on our vellum, what piece are we using on our vellum? It looks like we're using this beautiful light green stem. Okay, so our light green stem. And then on this piece, we're using the little arch, which can be used for a tag as well. It's got the little hole in the top, so you can use that for a tag as well. Okay. Just making sure I've got all the pieces. Sorry, I've got a little frog in my throat this morning. And then on this one, we're using, what are we using? This butterfly, which is really cute. And this little yellow flower down here. Okay, so you can see I'm just following the instructions, just going along, following the instructions, and we're not using anything off this one, I don't think, because we have the image on our cover. On this one, we're going to be using the pink banner, and this has got beautiful butterflies already sort of stamped on it, which is absolutely gorgeous. So we're going to move that across. So, and now we're going to be doing this one on a pink card. Okay, on the pink card. And I don't think we need any more of those. No. Okay, so we'll pop them over there for a minute. So our pink card, like I said, horizontal or vertical, whichever way you want to go. You can do it either way. I love that you've got a choice. Then I'm going to put that like that. Now, our first one, we're going to put some tear tape on. Okay, down here. And like I said, you can see that anyone could do this, and what a fantastic birthday present it would be for a crafty friend, even someone that hadn't crafted before. My sister came down, and she's into different craft to me. She's into resin stuff, like, you know, making little keychains, and yeah, she's in so much different sort of craft to what I am. But I gave her a gift while she was down here, so she could be busy doing craft too. And she made up a beautiful calendar for her daughter, which was absolutely gorgeous. So it's really lovely to see what other people do. And she didn't follow the instructions because she's a crafty person, and she did it the way she wanted to do it, and it looked amazing. And I wish I'd taken a photo of her with it now, because I didn't. And I wish I had it. Okay, so we've got piece number, this goes down 1, 2, and 3. We want these 3 pieces first. Okay, and this piece is got a piece of tear tape down the center as well. Okay, so this piece goes on first. Like I said, it's so much easier if you use your bone folder to get that glue really sticking down, really sticking down. It is really tough once you get it all down there. Okay, make sure your card's opening up the right way. No, anything's frustrating when you have it in the wrong spot. So first layout goes here, first image. And then our second one is the banner. And it comes down sort of like part of the way across here, a little bit down, oh no, probably about there. I love this. It looks so awesome with those butterflies on it. And then our third piece. You can sort of see, I'm taking my time. So you can sort of see, taking your time, you're still going to make a beautiful card. And it's great for anyone that's never done it before, because they, you know, take their time to do it. So this is coming up here. Then we have these two. So we need to put our vellum on first. So this can be a little bit on the tricky side, but you want it to be just a little bit coming on to the bottom here. Let me just grab my tear tape. If you had mini glue dots, because you've been crafting for a while, you could use them too. But we're just going to use a little bit of tape. And it's stuck to my finger. You can see that. And we're just going to put it across onto those two pieces. Now, why are we going to hide the glue a little bit with the vellum? Because it's transparent and you can see it through the other side. So you need to hide it a little bit so that it can't be seen. So that's okay, but we're going to be having the words go across there. So this is going to now sort of come into this section here. So you're going to bring that into this section here, and we've got our glue. Make sure you press down where the glue is. We have our little flower, so a little bit of tear tape on that as well. Tiniest little bit, okay, and it's sticking to my finger. Tiniest little bit. Even with your tiny bit, sometimes it's just easier to press that down really hard, and then it's just easier to lift up. Okay, so our flower is sort of coming down, sort of a little bit across the leaves there, into that section there, which is beautiful. Okay, so now we're going to do our words, and our words are, I appreciate you, your kindness. I appreciate your kindness. You can even have I appreciate your kindness, and then inside you could have happy birthday, you know. So you could make it a double whammy. You can sort of letting someone know on the front what you think about them, and then on the inside you can put happy birthday or thank you. Just a few different things that you might like to add. If you have a happy birthday stamp, you might want to add that to it. Okay, our glue. I'm just going to rub it with my fingers just to make sure that there's no little bits of photopolymer stamp in between. And I like to turn my stamp around because, believe it or not, we press harder on one side than the other. So I like to turn my stamp around. I'm getting all the edges. It's a really good little gold nugget plate. Believe me, you don't have to do it a couple of times then. Okay, turn it around because you can sort of see that you can sort of see where it's going to go in the center. And then just hold it for a few minutes for that ink to go in to the little banner. Appreciate your kindness. This is going to have a couple of dimensions on the back. One there and one there. If anyone joined into our scrapbooking retreat on the weekend, Karen used so many dimensions. I couldn't believe it. But some people do. There's a lot of dimensions. I can understand it a little bit for scrapbooking so it doesn't sink in the photos or whatever, but oh my God, that was a lot of dimensions. But it's your choice. Just remember, it's your card, your choice. We all work differently. 2 dimensions on the back of our butterfly, and this butterfly is sort of coming down just sort of to the top of your banner, and over here you can have it sort of going off a little bit. I like it to go over the banner a little bit, and you can sort of see that's our second card. So you can sort of see they're all going to be different, all beautiful and all going to be different. Now the same on your envelope as what we did on this one. Let's grab our envelope. Okay, we're looking for the pink one. The graph one on then, this one? No, we're looking for this envelope. And the same principle with what we just did before, okay? Just take that off. put that on. Now, what if you want it a bit lighter? Say you've inked it up and you think, oh, that was just way too dark on my last envelope. I didn't really want it that dark. So all you need to do is find a scrap piece of paper. I'm looking for a scrap piece of paper, and I usually have hundreds on here. Okay, here's one. I also have some scrap paper that I'll work on. You can always just stamp off a little bit, and stamping off just gives the ink a little bit of a lighter effect. So we're going to stamp off a little bit, and then we're going to come down and stamp on our envelope. And you can sort of see it gives it a lighter texture than the first one we did. Let me just grab that envelope. You can sort of see full stamp off. And sometimes when you stamp off, you'll get to see the image of the butterfly a lot better, okay? No right, no wrong, just how you see it in your head, in your mind, and how you want your card, okay? Just remember, it's no matter what you do, it's still your creation. You're creating it, and you can change it. Okay, so then we're going to bring this down, and I can bring it down more over the edge because the butterflies stand out just a little bit more. Can you see how that's, let me hold it up here. So this is the stamp off, and that's the full stamp, okay, which is really beautiful. If you're on here and watching, because I can't see what's actually going on in my comments at the moment, hello and welcome, and don't forget to join in on my birthday month. This is my birthday month, August. I have so many giveaways to give away to people, so jump over to Teresa Brown Stamping, my Facebook page, and join in on the comments. I'm not writing everyone's names down for likes or shares, but you're more than welcome to like and share. It's just that it's easier for me to go through and everyone's name through the comments. So if you want to be in the gift giving section, make sure that you pop your name in the comments. Well, I hope you enjoyed our little kit today. This is, like I said, would make such a beautiful birthday card for anyone that you love. So God bless you all, and I will see you all at 1 o'clock today. If you're on today, 1 o'clock today, I'm doing Crafty Monday on my Facebook page, so join me over there for some new techniques. I think we're doing using the blender brushes today. I think you'll enjoy that. Okay, bye for now, and I'll see you all soon.